Hi everyone, so let's start, right? होप कॉन्टेस्ट भी स्टार्ट हो गई होगी, राइट? Hi everyone, so let's start, right? Okay, so let's move to our first question. Okay, so let's understand what's question trying to say. Number of eclipsed second between two times. Okay, you are given two valid times, start time and end time. Each represents a string in the format hour, minute, and second. Okay, then return the number of seconds that have elapsed from start time to end time, inclusive both endpoints. Okay, so output is 25. So basically seconds का difference बताना है हमें, right? Between seconds, right? So let's try to understand with another example. Yeah, you can see in this example, right? So in this example we are at 12 hours, then 34 minutes and 56 seconds, right? So, and over here we are at 13 hours 00 minutes and 00 seconds, right? So basically we have to subtract this value from this value, so we will be getting 1 as output, right? After subtracting this we'll be getting, okay, yeah, got it. So you have to perform the subtraction operation in the way such that, so let's convert this to seconds, right? So for conversion of hours to second, we multiply 60 into 60, right? So that would be 13 into 60 into 60 plus for conversion of minutes to second, it will be into 60, right? So that will be uh, 0 into 60, and again this is already in seconds, so no need to convert, right? So plus 60, right, into 0, no need to convert, right? Actually this is 0, right? And we have to subtract this from 12 into 60 into 60 plus 34 into 60 plus 56, right? And on the subtraction we will be getting for sure 1504, right? And that's our output. So सिंपल है, बेसिकली क्या करना है, जो भी आवर्स है उनको सेकंड्स में कन्वर्ट करो, जो भी मिनट्स हैं उनको भी सेकंड्स में कन्वर्ट करो, एंड जो सेकंड्स है वो भी तो ऑलरेडी सेकंड्स में है, सबका एडिशन करके डिफरेंस ले लो, राइट? एंड दैट विल बी आवर आउटपुट. So let's code it fast, right? So let's make it an array. Start time dot split, इसके बेसिस पे हम लोग स्प्लिट करेंगे. सेम फॉर द एंड टाइम. Okay, int s1 is equal to 0 and s2 is equal to 0, right? int I is equal to 0, no need to I equal to 0, s1 plus equal to integer dot value of a of 0 into 60 into 60, right? Same for s2 plus equal to b of 0 into 60 into 60. सो यहाँ पे हम लोगों ने आवर्स टू सेकंड्स में कन्वर्ट किया है, राइट? सेम यहाँ पे भी आवर्स टू सेकंड्स में, राइट? आफ्टर दैट s1 plus equal to integer dot value of a of 1 into 60. सो यहाँ पे हम लोगों ने किया मिनट्स टू सेकंड्स, राइट? Similar for s2 as well, right? So what is that? b of 1 into 60, right? Now again we have to consider the seconds as well. So s1 plus equal to integer dot value of a of 2, right? No need to multiply with anything. Similarly for s2 as well. So s2 dot b of 2, right? And we can simply return s2 minus s1. I hope this will be correct. Okay, basically this should come over here, and this is not supposed to over here. Yeah, hope so. Now this is fine. So we are getting over here 25. Yeah, that's correct. And over here it's 1504, right? And it's correct. Let's submit this one. Yeah, it's accepted. Let's move to the next question. Minimum cost to process all elements. Okay. Okay. You are given an integer array nums and integer k. You have initially k units of resources. And nums we have given, and we have given k. So we have initially k units of resources. Okay, got it. You must process the elements of nums from left to right. So nums के अंदर हम लोगों को लेफ्ट से राइट की ओर जाना है, राइट? L to R. To process ith element, you must need nums of I resources. Nums of I resources. Okay, got it. If you are available resources less than nums of I, you may perform an operation that increase your available resources by k. The value of k is fixed and does not change. Okay. Throughout the process, the first such operation incurs cost of 1, the second operation cost of 2, and so on. So after processing ith element, your available resources decreased by nums of I. Return an integer denoting the minimum total cost required to process all elements. Since answer may be very large, return the modulo 10 raised to 9 plus 7. Okay, so let's take some examples and then we'll be getting to know what it is exactly trying to say, right? So let's try to understand with this example, right? So we have 1 2 3 and 4 and k is equal to 4, right? So in first case, we have this element, so this is 4 minus 1, right? So over here our available resources are 3. So now here this is 3 minus 2, so our available resources are 1, right? So now not possible to take 3, right? So what we'll do, we'll be doing 1 plus 4. So now our available resources become 5, so 5 minus 3, right? And cost for this operation is 1 for sure. And now our remaining resources are 2, right? So again, taking 4, not possible to combine with 2 resources, right? So what we'll be doing, again adding 4, so cost for this operation is 2, right? And 6 minus 4, that is our 2, right? So yeah, so in that case we will be taking 2 operation and cost for these 2 operation is 3, right? In the same way, let's try to understand with the next example. Okay, so basically we have given nums, right? So nums is equal to 1 1 7 14 and k is equal to 4, right? So in that case, first, so nums of I, k minus nums of I, right? In that case, 4 minus 1, which is equal to 3, right? So for next operation, 3 minus 1 again, so over here we'll be taking this one, so 3 minus 1, that is 2. Now taking 7, so 7 is for sure greater than 2, so in that case we have to increment it by 4, right? So 2 plus 4, which is become 6, still less than 7, so again increment it by 4, so that will become 10, right? Yeah, 10. And 10 minus 7, which is equal to 3. Again we have 3 less than 14, so how much cost for this increment? This is 1, right? And this is 2. Again we have to increment by 4, so again it will become 7. 7 is less than 14, so this cost is 3, right? Again we have to increment by 7, that is 4, so it will become 11. And again this cost is 4, again we have to increment by 4, right? So that will become 15, and it's possible 15 is less than 14, so in that case our cost will be 4 plus 7, that is 7, and that plus 2 and 3, that is total cost is 10, and we missed one cost somewhere, so that is total cost 15, right? Okay, so basically what we can do is we have the array, right? And at nums of I, let's say this is nums of I is greater than remaining cost, so we have to find how many times we have to increment it, right? So basically what we can do, nums of I minus remaining cost divided by what is okay, right? So that will be our sum factor, and after that uh, for factor you need to multiply between some range, right? So that will be our range, and we need to calculate that range, multiplication of that range. So we'll be doing that using that natural number formula, right? N into n plus 1 by 2, right? So using this formula we can compute that range. So we get some factor, right? And if this mod k equal to 0, then no need to add plus 1, else is this is not equal to 0, we will be adding fact plus equal to 1, right? This is the case. Got it? Yeah. So basically what we need to track is, we need to track that the number of operation, right? Like current operation is which number of operations, so that we can identify the multiplying factor, right? Like for first operation it is cost 1, for second operation this is cost 2, right? For third operation this is cost 3, and so on, right? So we'll be tracking number of operation, then total cost. So whenever we perform some like operation, we will be incrementing our cost, right? And for cost of particular nums of I, if it is less than remaining resources, right? So if it is greater than remaining resources, then we have to do like let's say multiple plus equal to k operations, right? So let's say we have to do 3 number of k operations, and there is simple formula to calculate this one, right? So let's say we have to do plus equal to, let's say we have to do some 3 k operations, right? And let's say these 3 operations are starting from 4, and like its endpoint will be 7 for sure, right? So 4 plus 7. So what we have to do, we have to find the sum of 4 to 7, right? So how we can find sum, like 4 plus 5 plus 6, right? But over here, like we have only 3 elements, so we can run a loop and find the sum. But if we have like some or large range, so let's say we have to find a sum from 0 to 10 raised to 5. So in that case running loop is not efficient, right? It will add time complexity of big of n. So what we can do, we can use that natural numbers sum formula, right? So that is let's say sum from range r1 to r2, that is r2 into r2 plus 1 by 2 minus r1 into r1 plus 1 by 2, right? And in that case we can optimize this, right? I hope I explained well. So let's move to the code, and after going to code we will be getting more clarity, right? So someone is watching. So int this is cost is equal to 0, and resources is equal to k initially. So now let's start processing. Let's take it as b. B dot length, let me make it full screen. Okay, So what we can do, if resources are greater than b of I, so what we can do, we can simply do resources minus equal to b of I, right? But in else case, so int c is equal to 0, right? How many numbers of operations are required, that's the thing. So let's calculate the difference, b of I minus resources, right? Okay, and if difference mod k equal to 0, not equal to 0, and c प्लस प्लस, एंड यहाँ पे हम लोग ले आएंगे c इज इक्वल टू डिफरेंस बाय k, right? Got it. Okay, and after that performing operations, we have to perform like in current number of operations, right? Is equal to 0 for sure, right? So what if we have to find the sum of numbers from 0 to 1, then s1 is equal to current number of operations, right? And s2 is equal to s1 plus current number of operations, not current number of operations exactly, it's c, right? s1 plus c. So let's say we have to perform one operations, 0 plus 1, that is 1. So now int sum, right? Sum is equal to find s1 comma s2, right? And we have to increment the current number of operations, so that will going to be till 2, right? Plus equal to c, right? Yeah, and now our cost will be increment by sum, right? And our resources equal to old resources plus k into c, right? And resources minus equal to b of I, right? And we can simply return the cost. I hope I did mathematical calculations well. And s2, right? If s1 equal to s2, return 0, else sum 2 is equal to s2 into s2 plus 1 by 2, right? Sum 2. Similarly for sum 1, and we can return sum 2 minus sum 1. Okay, missing return statement. Okay, so this return should be over here. Okay, let's see if it works or not. So for this case, its output is 3, right? For first case, so it's we are getting 3. For second case, output is 15 and we are getting 15, right? And for third case, output is 0 and yeah, we are getting 0. Yeah, so we did it well. So let's think for one case. So we missed the case that is modulo, right? So we missed to perform the modulo operation. So basically what we have to do, return an integer denoting the minimum number of total cost required to process all elements. Since answer may be large, so return the modulo 10 raised to 9 plus 7. Okay, so let's declare some mod value. Mod is equal to 10 raised to 9. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 plus 7, right? So we have to take mod over here, right? Cost plus sum. Yeah, again we can take mod of sum as well. This will not exceed, I should like for sure, right? Okay, so let's try to submit this one. Okay, hidden test cases during contest. There is no code here. Okay, so what are the hidden test cases? For sure it's overflow, right? What we can do, we take mod over here, right? Current operations, take mod of this one as well. The way no need to take the mod of this one, right? Take the mod of this. Got it. Also what we can do, can we take the mod of this? No need to take the mod of that. Can take the mod individually as well. Anyone in the chats can tell me what I'm missing? you can see actually. And this is maybe violating the conditions, but it's okay. बैन हो जाता है अकाउंट तो देख लेंगे अपना. Okay, so let's see what was the question itself, right? Yeah, so let me check. Okay, so basically what we have to do, we can use the long, right? For cost we have long, for this no need to use the long, for lizard we can use the long, right? And over here we can also use the long, and after subtracting this we can convert it to the integer, right? Similarly over here we can convert it to integer. Also we can take the mod over here, and this should be long. Yeah, okay, what is zero? Let's see. Difference should be long. Okay, let's take it as long. Then C we have to take it as long as well. Now all this should be long, right? And then we have to take these inputs as well long, this as well long, right? Let's hope this will pass the test cases, but still I have to check. Is there anything I'm missing? Or maybe we can take it as long as well. So long sum, and no not to mod over here, do the mod over here directly. Okay, let's try to submit this one. Okay, still it fails the hidden test cases. So when we able to solve the question, practice. Okay, let's see where we are failing actually. Okay, I will let you know, but let's solve the question first. Okay. So basically we have to take the mod, right? So in that case what we can do, let's say we have the modulo arithmetic. So let's write its rule first, right? So in case of we have a plus b mod some m value, so in that case what we do, a mod plus b mod, right? And then we will be taking whole mod, right? So this is one of the property. In the same case for minus as well. For minus what we do, minus, and then we add mod as well in this case. So for minus this is the thing, for multiplication the mod is something like this, a mod into b mod, and then we will be taking whole mod. I hope these modulos are clear, right? So over here we can use some kind of modulo arithmetic mod, and then also mod over here, right? But we are not supposed to take mod over here, right? Because this is the range and we need actual sum to be gets calculated. But let's suppose to use the mod over here, right? Mod and again I will be taking the mod. Similarly over here again, this is mod, again this will be mod, add the bracket, and let's take the whole mod itself. Okay, so over here no overflow will happen, right? Let's see in the below cases where will be the overflow case. Let's take it as long, right? Answers are correct. We are getting 3, we are getting 15, we are getting 0, but I don't know like which test cases are failing. Okay, still it fails on random test cases. Is it visible to now you now, right? Let me see. Okay, sorry. Okay, so over here I explained these 3 rules, right? But it's still failing. So like logic is same, but we are getting overflow issue. So we will be trying to resolve it again after some time. Let's do this question till then, right? So create a grid with exactly k paths. 1, you are given on 3 integers m, n and k. Construct any m cross n grid consisting only the characters dot and hash, where Dot represents the pre-cell and hash represents an absolute like obstacle cell. A valid path in a sequence of pre-cells such that starts in 0 comma 0, ends at n m minus 1 n minus 1, moves right only these moves right. So either it can move below, it can move leftwards. Return any grid such that they are exactly k valid paths from top cell to bottom cell, and such grid exists. Return an empty array. Okay, so over here k is equal to 2, so we have to return the grid such that only two valid paths. Got it. So over here 1 and 2, 1 and 2, only two paths are valid, right? Okay, got it. And let's see next question. What is the next question? Maximum consistent columns in a grid. You are given a 2D integer a grid of size m cross n and integer limit. You may remove 0 or more columns from the grid. At least one column must remain a relative order of the remaining columns. Okay, we can try this question. Oh god, sorry guys, actually we have to end the stream. PC can be shut down anytime, and we don't have the electricity connection over here from the place I am streaming. So like